Hello, Prof. Good afternoon.
Hello, Dr.
Sofian,
Sufyan.
Sofian here.
Yes, thanks very much for joining this session.
Yes, yes. Prof, can you zoom a bit, Prof?
Yeah?
It's, I guess, too small.
Or okay. Can see it bigger now?
Why your screen is not fit with? Ah,
Can see now?
can. But can you zoom more?
It's
Make
quite
it
big
white.
on.
Is it possible?
Okay, I put 200%. Okay? Right.
Okay, better.
Okay. Later I'll go into the bigger screen mode. Okay. All right. It's 3 o'clock now. Let's start. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Siti. I'm with the Kureka, part of the organizer of RIoD2023, our drone competition. So thank you very much to everyone. Thank you to the participants, the teams who are joining this session. This is our third coaching session, sort of. Um, so today we'll have two speakers. First is Dr. Zati from FSKTM. She will share with us her experiments and research involving drones, image processing, and AI. And the second speaker will be Dr. Muhammad Sufyan Abu Talib from Faculty of Engineering, who has vast experience organizing drone competition at engineering faculty. He has participated, he has organized a number of events, and he is also the member of Center of Excellence for Aerospace Innovation, which also include drone technology and services. So today we are lucky and grateful to have two drone researchers, academics from University Malaya who use drone for their teaching, for their projects, as well as research. So before I hand over the the screen to the speaker, let me quickly run through this problem statement. It covers our competition covers three sectors, as you know. The first sector is agriculture. The second sector is the emergency and disaster management, and finally planetary monitoring. Okay, so the first two, agriculture and emergency and disaster management topics, were introduced by the industry, drone industry experts from Meranti. So by now, I assume you guys have explored Meranti website and look through their webpage, that discuss or present the exciting, ongoing projects on drones and their partners. Okay, so yesterday we had a meeting with Meranti representative and also Makerspace at Meranti, as well as the drone technology division. They were so excited to be on board as a co-organizer of this RIoD competition. So basically, this competition has the endorsement from the agency that spearhead the national master plan for drone. So this is a very interesting credential, okay, very valuable for for all the teams. So this competition is recognized by the Meranti, the drone, the drone section. Okay, so so they are in fact eager to see how this competition will progress. That's a plus point, okay? And also putting us on a more competitive, trajectory. So let me just highlight a few things. I would like to stress two things. First is the list of scopes and problems that we publish on the website is based on the suggestion from the head of drone tech from Meranti. Okay, so make sure that whatever topics that you are selecting address directly one or combination of these themes and topics. Okay, very important. And if you look at the titles, they have actually also indicated what is expected. For example, look at the emergency and disaster search and rescue operation. You have to locate the survivor in a situation which is hard to access, and the drone must be able to detect a sign of distress and able to reach that position fast and effectively. So at least when you come up with your sensor image processing algorithm, keep this in mind. For every topic that you decide to choose, put the scenario at the forefront of your design criteria. Okay, don't stray away. Don't assume that this is what I want to do, and I'm going to just pitch what the team wants to exhibit. You must align your design to answer these questions. Okay, so that is the freedom that you have. At the same time, it becomes a challenge as well. You have to really address this question. Second is the strategy for this competition cannot be like ordinary project. Okay, you need to explore this competition from the design thinking approach. So I assume that maybe by now you have some idea about design thinking. Okay, so let me get that another slide to discuss a little bit about what do you mean by design thinking. Okay, so I assume you are seeing this slide. Okay, so this is something that we have introduced in the past at the IPPP when we give a talk, on how to use design thinking and first principle to come up with solutions. So quickly, design thinking involves 6 processes. The first step is empathize. This is where the problem statement becomes the central. Okay, so you empathize the people or the target that you want to solve or you want to deliver your solution. So if it's an emergency, you have to imagine and also find out what is the scenario at the crisis site. So if you're talking about aerial aerial delivery of, let's say, a medicine or whatever, you have to find out what is the current status and technology that people use, how they detect stress at the ground and so on. So after you get this scenario, you have to return to your drawing board to define the problem and list down all the possibilities that you want to consider and prioritize. Okay, so that comes to the definition and also ideate. So you need to think divergently initially and then converge because you have to prioritize. And then comes the prototyping. Prototyping here is the blueprint. Okay, so you may have to build certain conceptual modular solution on the paper or on a computer. Okay, so if you have experience using some software for design thinking, I think this will be advantageous. Okay, So there are a few things you need to pick up along the line for your competition. All right. So I would suggest that design thinking is one strategy to approach this competition, because it is driven by the scenario that you're going to solve. So after you get this prototype, this is where you test the modular part of your innovation. Bit by bit, you test whether it will work. If I have this combination of solution, how efficient it will deliver your target. Okay, so for the semi-final, we are expecting you to have to go through the empathizing the problem, defining the problem, ideating about the solutions, and prototyping the solutions in the form of blueprint, strategies, and also some modular. If you have any form of rudimentary sensors or something, that will be advantageous. Okay, so that it will be at least put you a bit far ahead of the rest if you have some form of physical prototype sensors, even though it is in the bits and pieces. Okay, so from semi-final up to the final, you will get more targeted coaching. We are trying to engage industrial mentor from Meranti, through Meranti's network of companies. So by the time we reach this semi-final stage, it is important for us to have a very clear idea about what you're trying to solve, how you try to solve some prototype design on a paper or computer, with the modular part. Okay, so that's very important. So I would strongly encourage every team to go and think about your solution from the design thinking point of view. This is how all the big companies solve their problems. Okay, using design thinking. So let me go to the rubric quickly. I go to the rubric for this problem. Um, Let me get that rubric. Okay, so you guys can see the rubric now. Can you see it? Everyone? Do you
Yes,
see
Doctor.
the rubric?
Yes, yes, bro.
Okay, so this is just a rough guideline, because when the judges come for the semi-final and final, they may have an industry perspective. They may want to see the thing. Okay, but from our side, in the preparation towards that stages, uh, you know this guideline will help you to answer whether you have considered the beneficiary or the user empathy. Again, you can see empathy comes here, meaning that you fit the shoe. Okay, so you have to ask the questions like, are you clear about the scope that you try to solve? If you talk about agriculture, it's an oil palm. What exactly the people in the oil palm is expecting. To identify fruit bunch are ripe uniformly or something like that. You have to identify these, and it'd be good also to have a brief, general outlook. What are the situation on the ground as far as the sector that you choose is concerned. Okay, then you should demonstrate that how you go through your design process, meaning how do you go about with planning your sketches that leads to maybe version 1, version 2, version 3, that you are incrementally improving the system. Okay, you can have some snapshot as you prepare your innovation now. Take photos and create sketches, scrapbooks. Okay, to demonstrate that you are taking a certain systematic iteration to improve your design. and if possible, any ways to test the modular system. Okay, if you say you are working on image you should be able to test the image pre-processing module, and also maybe segmentation or something. At least you should be able to demonstrate this. Up to the level of prototype, the modular aspect of your innovation. And finally, we want you guys to be excited about your innovation, prepare to present your idea, so you have to train someone in your group to be the spokesperson when it comes to delivering your innovation during the pitching time, okay? And then there will be queries from the judges. Okay, so there will be rating like this, and that's how we go for the semi-final. And the final will be also similarly focusing on empathy, but we are not going to spend too much time on the on the drawing board stage. We'll be going quite fast towards the design and the building process. Okay, your modular, physical build up of your modular system or the software system. Okay, and then demonstrate some of the prototype testing. This is the final that will happen after from November 25th. All the processes involved from November 25th until the final 25th January. Okay, and over on top of these there will be also criteria that comes from the judges from the industry. Okay, so roughly this rubric is indicating that it is a design thinking competition assessment. Okay, on top of that you can add any other criteria, like how you want to convince the judge that you have a working prototype. Okay, uh, the further you go, the better you will be in terms of taking the attention from the judges. Okay, guys, that is roughly our guideline for the rubric. Use this as your checklist, and you ask the question, am I able to explain these questions, and you do your self-assessment. Okay, and in between you can always ask question to the Kureka team, the makerspace. But from now on, I think your team should work closely with your mentor, academic mentor. Okay, or whoever you want to take them as a mentor. Maybe some engineering, experts from your relatives or somebody. It doesn't matter. Okay, as long as you acknowledge the idea is original, and it's a teamwork from your own group. All right. So we are not limiting where you should seek guidance and also knowledge experts. But of course, your mentor, academic mentor, will be the person who validate when there is any query. Then at least we can contact and validate for originality and cross-checking if necessary. Okay, okay, guys. So